lucky roll with unholy boy. Oh yeah, I didn't explain that. Don't forget that. You got the lucky roll. You got the real unholy boy. Yeah. Representing the okay, remember that that question, I got the book technology. But they want to I have this book, which is better. Wow, I didn't think that would come into play like that. Yeah. So what's the deal? And you right, I know what's right on the other end. Before we get too clear. You're on the road, my friend. What is going on here? I think I don't have to read. If I read the whole thing, there's spoil everything. Okay. So, you are part of the contract. And Lord King at the table.
Testing the mic test. Woo, that noise coming through. It's been a while since that's happened. Well, howdy y'all, and welcome back to another manic late night impromptu streaming session. We're going to be working on this big Hunchback video tonight. She's a big gal. All right, let's see if I can't get us rolling here. Well, first, before I get started, howdy y'all, and welcome to another workflow live stream here at my workstation. These workflow live streams are a place where you can see behind the curtain as to what's going into the video editing process. It's more a place for folks to come in and say howdy and get to put some input into what's going on. Really, it's just the work that's going on behind the curtains. What we're doing anyways here at Country Fried Minis. And of course, by we, I mean me, the royal we. Anyhow, howdy, another Nate. Welcome, welcome. We're going to be doing a little more work on the editing process for the big-ass Hunchback project. Feeling a little manic tonight. Probably a little all over the place, but we're going to get it done. And between today and tomorrow, fingers crossed, going to get it out for a Sunday release. It's already quite late, but I've been making some serious headway today. Okay, so a recap as to where we're sitting. I've got this intro segment that is like a movie style credits roll. I've cut it down by about 15 seconds. No, it's double that, 30 seconds. to make it a little more tolerable. Cut out some extraneous details, cut out a couple screens that were just filler. So we've got, here, let me get in on it. We're doing Code for Minis Presents, and then we introduce the project. We give a nod to Locust Labs, who is the gracious sponsor of the model here. We'll be doing like a commercial for Locust Labs in this video, and then nod to people, to Black Pants Legion, to the sculptor of the Catgirl Infantry, to the Games of Berkeley Battletech Group, all friends of the channel. Even got a nod to my dad and everybody who loves the Hunchback. So we're looking at like, what, 2 minutes and 23 seconds on those credits. I think what I'm going to do is put in a shot of the Hunchback under like some really harsh lighting, just like a teaser, and then we'll jump into the talking head bits, and from there we'll jump right into this whole base coating and highlighting segment for the Hunchback. And I think I've just about got that ironed out. It involves priming it, and then briefly talking about that I'm using this set of paints, and in fact I think I want to increase the length of this. How long is it now? It's 10 seconds. I think 10 seconds is good. You know, editing these videos is a painstaking and time-consuming process of selecting the scenes, cutting them down to length, picking up the right music, putting it all together, and then doing the voiceovers. And we're already looking at, currently, let's see, that's 8 minutes and 40 seconds plus 5:13, so 14 minutes. It's already 16 and a half minutes long, and we've still got, let's pop open Hunch the Gunch, and we've still got from here down to do, I've still got 53 videos to go through and really pick what we're doing. I guess that's not a video, so 52. It looks like we've got one more clip to go through for the highlighting of the body, and then it'd be a talking head, and then we'll cut into the Cat Girls, which is a 5-minute long segment. This already has music selected. It's got some really fun stuff too. Let's see if I can't just, how do I demo this? If I were to go to working in Premiere, and we go to demo again, and we go to properties, and we'll add files, Hunch the Gunch, exports, testing 4-panel. Or, you know, maybe I can get away with doing it from Premiere. Zoom out here and go ahead and show off this little segment before we get going too far. Ah, yes, the best audio. It's this guy on his Harley. Okay, so I think what I need to do is go into OBS, and we're gonna add a application audio capture. We'll capture Premiere, and hopefully that'll do it. Is there a way to make this full screen? I thought there was a way to make this full screen. Here, I'll just enlarge it this way. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if this works. Application audio on, and hit play. that's fun. Quite chuffed with how this has ended up. Honestly, spent a little too long working on it today, but we've got this nice, so far 5-minute long segment talking about the cat girls. I'm not 100% sure if I've got some more segments in here that show the cat girls. Ooh, a craft cave. I like this. Craft cave indeed. Cavey things happen in the craft cave. Dank things at that. Okay, so the next piece we're putting in is this here highlight on the Hunchback, and then I think this is going to be the last clip in the, here, I'll pull it up right here. So when I'm working in Premiere, I like to break down these segments into their own sequences, and sequences are great because you can, so I've got all these clips here in this cat girls sequence, and then when I'm ready to put that segment into the main video, I can come into here and go to my project panel and just drag the cat girls thing in, and then it treats it as a single video with all the editing that I've done in here. So I can adjust, like I can apply a effect or a volume control or whatever to the whole thing. It just makes it a little easier. I'm pretty sure DaVinci Resolve can do all this stuff, but I know Premiere from 2 semesters of video art at SFSU. But that said, I'm gonna try and stay on topic tonight. Again, I'm a little manic, feeling it, but you know, what better time for an impromptu nighttime stream than when you're feeling manic? Okay, so I think what's on the agenda right now is to edit in this last clip on the Hunchback base coating, which is currently, I've got this whole segment about priming, and then we're showing the Vallejo Panzer Aces camouflage set, and then I go through all the base coating, and then all the sponging, and then the adding the metallics. Yep, adding the metallics. Putting in the yellow panels, and then we've got a fast forward segment of painting the stripe, highlighting the green and the stripe. So I think the last 10 seconds here are highlighting that. And now we've got the next clip is this one right here, 183358, and this is the final bit of highlighting, because from there we go into freehanding, and really I kind of envision this freehanding as a little bit of the star of the show here, really. So I'll probably make like a, I don't know, a 3 to 5 minute segment of freehanding this, and then from there it goes into weathering, and that's another clip of weathering. Just like the final touches on the body, and then I've got all these clips here of, damn, there's still so much to do. I've got clips of preparing the blast effect, and then a whole deal of preparing the base. So I don't know how much time I'll spend on each one, but yeah, this video is gonna be like, I will be very lucky to keep it under 40 minutes. And yeah, the Hunchback, the rocket is indeed a big part of it. How do I do? Where's my full screen? Let's see if I can't get that in there. It is a significant portion of the model, and I think it's worth talking about the process at least a little bit. And honestly, my normal videos are what, 22, 25 minutes. I don't think it's a huge deal if I release a long one, especially for a model that's such a huge deal. Let's see here though. How much effort did I put into the rocket? It was, oh yeah, so it's primed white, and then I hit it with 3 different colors of contrast paint out of the airbrush, and then there's some heavy dry brushing of the smoky effects. Probably give it like I don't know, a minute and a half or something. Oh shit. I just realized I've been on the full screen webcam this whole time. The freehand rocket, oh yes, I recall that. Also, welcome Emery. Bullshit Co. I think Bushiko. That's, you could get away with that. Let's see. I don't know if I actually filmed the special rocket ship. I don't think it got filmed. It exists only for the people who caught that stream. Honestly, I don't even think I'd be able to find it quickly at all. Looking back through the vaults. I blame my homie for that. That was Tech Noir's fault, but it sure was fun. Okay, so where we're at now is showing this off-white first. So this whole process has been these this formulaic approach. I show the paint to the camera. So we'll find the first frame where there's motion, and we'll take 5 seconds of that. 22. Beep, beep, beep. Ah, yes. So we'll append that there. We go from showing the paint to mixing the color on the palette. Again, 5 seconds. Boom. I don't know why I like that rigidity, that structure in my videos, but something about it sparks joy. So we spend 10 seconds of preparing the color, and then like 15 to 25 seconds or so of applying the highlights. I think that's a good segment right there. We'll snag that. So 1039 to 1044. Razor blade it off. Stick it over here. Is that music coming through? Let me snag this thing. Copy URL, paste it down. Okay, yeah. All right, so yeah, we're gonna keep constructing this whole highlight segment. How much did I grab? It's all working on the legs and then the shoulder. I think we could get away with just 5 seconds on each part. So we want this stroke right there. Pow. 1634 to 1639. Oh, that's not good. So we'll find the last frame before I start to set the thing down. And we'll go backwards. So 1638 to 1633. Oops, snag that boy. And then there's a segment here that I'd like to get. I'll go to where I rotate it. Right there. And we'll go back 5 seconds there as well. So 1756. And we'll grab this. All right. I think that's enough to illustrate what's going on here without getting too long. I'm kind of of the opinion that I should probably start working to cut down the length of segments. Like taking off 5 seconds here or there, because it really adds up. But you know, it's a passion project. It's a big project. And I mean, the text video is 2 hours long. People watch that. All right, so we now have a 25-second segment that shows this paint. Let's do a 60% zoom on it, put it in position. We'll do a 100% zoom here, I think. That is so terribly out of focus. But hey, it is what it is. We'll do, I don't know, 80% zoom here. We'll do another Howdy right there. And I might just leave this next one at 50%. I like that the shot shows everything on the desk. Let's try it at 60. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe move it up a little. Okay, so that has us with this section complete. I think I'm gonna pivot and do a little bit of voiceover. I've already got Audacity up. So let's see what we need to do here. I need to fill 45 to 47 seconds talking about priming the cat girls. So let's do something like, alrighty then, let's take a moment to give these little bass, how do you spell accoutrements? Okay, it's ACCOUTREMENT. Let's take a moment to give these little bass accoutrements a touch of love. After all, it's... Who's that? Who's that? Oh. Let's see what the chat thinks here. How do I open this in browser? There we go. All right, we have a question in the Discord. It says, I need to know what ridiculous thing y'all think this is. Hint, not a bird. What are we looking at here? What is this? What am I looking at? This is some kind of insect, perhaps. It's hairy. It's got little chompers. I really have no idea what that could possibly be. I give up. Where was I? Okay, so it does look like you're having a lot of fun with some sculpting right now, Mr. Nate. Okay, so we're gonna address that these cat girls are base accoutrements. Without love, hobby is work. Exactly. Indeed. And sometimes hobby is work, even when it's love, and it's usually when you're getting paid to do it. I've got another commission to do. We're gonna stream it next week. We got this here urban mech lance for a client. These requested a rush job, so we're gonna do a Wednesday sculpt. Aha! I knew it was a bug. It's a spider. Yes, love it. Love it. That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool stuff. This also reminds me that I had this idea to do. How do you put it? A hobby hangout stream, like a proper hobby hangout, where we get folks in the Discord where they're welcome to share their screens or their webcams. Their screams too, if they'd like. But I'm thinking maybe we'll do like a quarterly stream and see what folks are doing in the community if they'd like to hop in on a stream. That, and I had this idea to run some tabletop events with Dungeon Crawl Classics with subscribers jumping in, because it's a very dangerous roguelike RPG that you're probably going to die in, and when you die you get kicked out forever. Not at all. Anyhow, where was I? So we're acknowledging these cat girls are base accoutrements. We're pointing to the fact that it's cat girls that really cement the trope of canopian. What's a good word for this? Soldiery? No. Canopian forces, maybe? I think that works well enough. Canopian debauchery. These here, cat girl infantry, have been sculpted by the Dark Penguin. Culture. No, I'm looking for a term that's like soldiery or mustard. Let's try synonyms for forces. Ooh, I kind of like outfit. Maybe detachment works. Regiment, security forces. Canopus is a genre of troublemaking via fan service. I like it. I never really was one for Canopian forces. I was always very resistant to the love of cat girls in the trope of BattleTech, because it comes from just a single piece of illustration that hints that it's there. And I think there's another reference in A Time of War where you could get body modifications. So it's kind of loose, and fans just took it and ran with it. But now it's canon. So let's go with the trope of a Canopian outfit. These here cat girl infantry have been sculpted by the Dark Penguin over on Cults 3D. They are, in fact, proxies for Warhammer 40,000 Imperial Guard. Oh, wait. There was a suggestion in the Discord about this. What was it? I said that I would never call them Astra Militarum, and someone said, shit, what was it? I've got to include this. Where was that at? Where was that? I was just looking at it today. .3D printing, maybe? Yeah, there it is. Oh, that was you, another Nate. How about Astra Militarum? Yes, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Astra Militarum. That's happening. That's going in. Let me know if you'd like credit for it. I'll put it in. I can do this little thing if you'd consent to having that used in the video. I'm gonna save it right now. We're gonna go into Hunch the Gunch, and we're gonna call this Astra Militarum. Or maybe I need the whole. That post's a little too big to get the context, but yeah, I'd put that. I'd be glad to put that in there. Yeah, let's do it. I'll have it flash on the screen while I say they're in fact proxies for Warhammer 40,000 Astra Militarum. Yes, perfect. We're gonna be hitting these gals with. We're going to be painting that Astra Militarum too. Yes, indeed. In this case, they're borderline lewd. They're not as bad as some of the other models I've been posting over on the Not the Kids Corner. A nod to that, if any of you are finding this here stream via the algorithm or watching it, check out in the description below and join up on the Discord if you'd like to come in and talk all things naughty. If you like pinup models, if you like cat girls, that kind of stuff, we have a place for that. But if you want to come in and just share your models and talk, Battletech, please by all means come on by. Link in the description. Anyhow, okay. So we're going to be painting these gals with some translucent colors, and to get the most out of this time-saving technique, we'll start with a nice hard zenithal white on black zenithal prime job. All right, let's go ahead and pop that into Audacity and see how long that's gonna take. How much time? Alrighty then, let's take a moment to give these little base accoutrements a touch of love. After all, it's catgirls that really cement the trope of a Canopian outfit. These here catgirl infantry have been sculpted by Dark Penguin over on Cults 3D. They are, in fact, proxies for Warhammer 40,000 Astra Philitarum. We're going to be painting these gals with some translucent colors, and to get the most out of... Thank you, Mr. Truck. We're going to be painting these gals with some translucent colors, and to get the most out of this time-saving technique, we'll start with a nice hard white on black zenithal prime gel. Okay, that puts us at 29 seconds, which would put us... we've still got another 10 seconds to fill. Man, the traffic noise, it's uncanny. Anytime you press record, here comes the traffic. Never fails. Doesn't matter if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so as always, we'll be doing this with Stynel Res primers, which are conveniently sold in a triad of colors: white, mid-gray, and black. Let's see, I might need to call out what these infantry are called. These Valtarian Winter Guard. Valtarian? The sound is more southern. So get it. These here catgirl infantry. So let's find where I say that. These here catgirl infantry. Okay. Okay, and then I'll say something like, if you'd like to get your own copy, just search. If you'd like to build your own Imperial Guard force with these fantastic feline gals, just search up this artist's wonderful Valtarian Winter Guard. And tell him that, tell him, E-M, that country fried minis sent you. Okay. If you'd like to build up your own Imperial Guard force with these fantastic feline gals, just search up this artist's wonderful Valtarian Winter Guard and tell them that Country Fried Minis sent you. I pronounced salmon, aka salmon, as soulman until I was 23, and I thought donuts were baked. Thanks, the South. Ooh, could you get away with baked donuts? Would they work? Would it be like a fluffier result without like the chewy, crispy crust? Dunkin'. It was always Krispy Kreme for me growing up. They do a lot of baked. Okay, well, there you go. As always, we'll be doing this with Stynylrez primers, which are conveniently sold in a triad of colors: white, mid-gray, and black. They came from a bakery, not a fry place. Yes. Okay, I think that's got us here, and I will export this as MP3, and we're gonna go to Hunch the Gunch, and we'll create a new folder called Voiceovers, and we'll call this one Cat Girls 1. There we go. Let's snag it out of Hunch the Gunch Voiceovers. We'll go to the project panel, and we're going to dump it in here. And I think I've reserved audio track 1 for voiceovers. It runs about 2 seconds long, it looks like, but I think it's going to work nonetheless. As always, I need to search for hard limiter, and then drag and drop this effect on top. And we're going to set the hard limiter to -12 decibels. I'm so paranoid about blowing people's ears out now. I did a video for my Latino art history class. My final project for the class was a video, and it was just super loud. And my professor was doing a screen share, and he muted it while he was watching it, so I could tell that immediately that it was too loud for him. But I knew because it muted it for everybody. All right, let's see how this mixes with the music here. Music might be a little loud. Yeah, we're gonna have to go another 5 decibels down here, I think. Much better. Oh yeah, before I forget, where Astrophilitarum. We're going right here, and we're gonna grab Hunch the Gunch, and we're gonna snag Astrophilitarum, and we're gonna put it right there. How long is that on screen for? Let's make it. Let's get it at least. Let's have it on the screen for 3 seconds. I think that's long enough to see it, and we want to double up on the size. 200. Just leave it right in the center of the screen. See how that looks. Yes. Nothing's safe if you post it on the Discord. Oh, I should probably also do a nod to the Dark Penguin himself. See if he's got a logo or something. We'll take this thing right here. We'll grab that, and we'll go back into paint.net, and we'll paste it in, expand canvas, image, crop to selection, file, save as. Nope, because I need to get rid of a little bit of that. Image, crop to selection, save as. And this will be the Dark Penguin. Actually, I still need to crop a little bit off the bottom. Image, crop to selection, file, save, close, close. Alright, so the dark penguin, we'll put it right here. And it'll be the same dealio. We'll leave that one on the screen for 3 seconds. And that will also get blowed up. Ooh, too big. Let's go 150. Maybe? Yeah, center of the screen's fine. There's nothing going on here other than spraying it. I think I'm going to add a... third of a second fade in. Yeah, make it look a little smoother. And we'll go to the end of it and do the same deal. Pow, and then 10 seconds or 10 frames, and then 0%. And we're gonna do the same thing with the Astrophiliterum. We'll do an opacity. We'll go 10 frames. We'll go back to the start. We'll go 0%. We'll go to the end, go back 1 frame, pop in a keyframe, go back 10 frames. All right, pop that, go back here, 0%. Let's see what that looks like now. Yes, I'm chuffed with that. It's a short nod, but it is a nod nonetheless. Okay, so let's keep giving this a listen. The music sounds nicely balanced now. I wonder if I could get away with boosting the talking track by 5 decibels. Let's give it a shot. I guess I could always be sharing the audio here, but I gotta like turn off the whole the music track and whatnot. I'm painting the girls with translucent colors, time savings. Yep. All right, and then we'll next segment. All right, cool. We're making progress, gentlemen. We're making progress. Okay. From here, we'll take advantage of that freshly cured zenithal prime job and prepare our wet palette for some wet ass paint. Yeah. And then I think I'm using yeah. This time around I'm gonna be using both Army Painter speed paint as well as Citadel contrast colors, both of which are indeed liquidy liquids, more wet than your usual acrylic paints. Ah, yes. Ridiculous. But that's, you know, that's where the channel's headed these days. Debauchery and bad jokes. For that, I've elected to utilize the hardened leather coloration for, what did I use that on? The lighter hardened leather speed paint for the hard plates of flak armor on these gals. Reserving goodness, I can't type. Reserving the pouches. I can't remember if I painted the pouches a different color. Reserving the snake bite leather, the darker snake bite leather contrast color for their fatigues. What's a synonym for contrast? Because I'm saying contrast. Synonyms for contrast. I'm gonna get big brain with it. The tonal variation between these two tones is fairly subtle, but present nonetheless. It will, what are we trying to say here? I might need to say it'll make the brown overtone, make the brown overtone of the uniforms fairly cohesive, while also creating just a bit of, I've already said variation, I have. Read as different materials, while also helping the different portions of their clothes read as different materials. All right, there goes another muscle car. All right, let's see how this goes here. Well, I guess I gotta wait on this traffic to go by. From here, we'll take advantage of that freshly cured zenithal prime job and prepare our wet palette for some wet ass paint. This time I'm gonna. I should have just. I think I'm just gonna leave that as. This This time around, that's staying in intentionally this time though. This time around, I'm gonna be using both my Army Painter Speed Paint as well as Citadel Contrast colors, both of which are indeed liquidy liquids, more wet than your usual acrylic paints. Alright, I am indeed proud of myself with that one. For that, I've elected to utilize the lighter hardened leather speed paint for the hard plates of flak armor on these gals, reserving... Fucking A with the traffic. God Christ. For that, I've elected to utilize the lighter hardened leather speed paint for the hard plates of flak armor on these gals, reserving the darker snakebite leather contrast color for their fatigues. Alright, little by little, my finna, yes, finna go down the store, but I gotta, it's fixin' to, I'm fixin' to go. I don't think it was ever finna where I come from, but definitely fixin' to go down. My finna, I'm gonna, amazing. Yes. The tonal variation between these two tones is fairly subtle, but present nonetheless. It'll make the brown overtone of the uniforms fairly cohesive while helping the different portions of their clothes read as different materials. Okay. Let's export that as Cat Girls 2 and see what that's looking like for our position. So go into voiceovers and we're gonna dump Cat Girls 2 right here. Okay. I need this hard limiter for some wet ass. I'm gonna wet ass paint tonal variation for these tones. It's like, who talks like this? Nobody. That's it. The hardened leather speed paint for the hard plates. Okay. Okay. Next up, we wanna. I'm about to turn around. Don't make me turn this car around. Oh God, all the times I heard that growing up, but all the times the car actually got turned around was 0. Of course. All right, next up, we want to continue with that theme of tonal variation. This time electing to maybe hardened leather for the ballistic plates. Wouldn't repeat that way. I mean, a reasonable person would avoid that repetition, but I'm intentionally leaving it in. Excuse me. So one of the overarching goals for videos on Country Fried Minis is I want to slowly build up the confidence and the regularity of getting more unhinged. Like the I'm making pizza bit on the Big Marauder, stuff like that. Definitely getting into the experimental territory, yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes as I get lean a little bit more into that insanity. I'm wondering if videos a year from now will have even close to the same feel that they have now. Okay, so next up we want to continue with that theme of tonal variation, this time electing to go with several skin tones for the gals. I'll be using 3 colors from my, what is that set called? Vallejo Skin Tones. It was called, no, it's the Whiz Kids Flesh Tones. I actually recommend this set. Open a can of highlights on it. I think I'm gonna use that, Emery. You may have just volunteered a line for this video. Yeah, indeed. I do recommend this set. If you find this in your FLGS, pick up this here Vallejo How to Paint Flesh Tones. It's got a good selection of colors to start with. There's really 4 tones that you could really use as the base. 5 tones. Yeah, 5 tones, and then I usually use pale flesh, a drop or 2 in it to highlight it. And then you get a flesh wash and a brown wash. Really good set. They're tiny bottles. I mean, you can see it right here, but honestly, for the price, you're really getting an excellent value. Big recommend. Country Fried Minis approved. From my Whiz Kids Learn to Paint Flesh Tones set. What are the 3 colors I chose? Heavy skin tone. This, nope, I've already said this time. Nope, I've already said electing. Did I crash out? No, I didn't crash out. Okay. I'll be using 3 colors from my Whiz Kids Learn to Paint Flesh Tone set. Cadmium skin, heavy skin tone, and I think it's Parasite Brown. Pretty sure that's what it is. Parasite Brown. Right? Yeah, and Parasite Brown. These 3 colors will be unified later. How many gals did I end up putting on the base? There are 4, 6, 8. There's a total of 8 gals. I've already said gals. What's another way to say it? I want to nod to female infantry. I don't want to say cat girls again. Armored ladies. Yeah, there's a total of 8 armed ladies on the base, and I'd hate to have them all looking exactly the same color. Folks have variation. No, I've already said variation. Folks come with variety in real life, so these folks will have some variety on this base. I think we're onto a theme of doing repetition. Looking at you like a snack. So good. All right, so that should be enough length to put us into, looking. Okay, yes. Total of 8 armed ladies on the base. Love to have them on. I'd hate to have them all looking exactly the same color. Okay. That said, we're still gonna unify the color palette with the next step, wherein they're gonna get a hefty soaking with flesh wash. serving to create the shadows and add a bit of unifying shadow color. Serving to create the shadows and add a bit of unifying shade tone. Okay, and then that should get us close. Let me go ahead and okay, I'm going to try to get to the end of the skin part before jumping into another set of lines. Okay. Continuing with the theme of unification of what is a synonym for palette? Synonym for palette. Color range. Continue with the theme of unification. Unified color range. We'll go on to create the highlights on these models. Using the same tone, the same shade to bring out the lighter areas. Using a brand new sharp, what size brush was this? 3.0. 3.0 liner brush. Brand new sharp synthetic 3.0 liner brush. We'll carefully apply this new mix boldly but sparingly, creating the illusion of light falling on the upper surfaces of their skin. Creating the illusion of light falling on the upper surface of their skin while simultaneously pushing their overall tonality into similitude. There we go. All right, let's see where that puts us. All right, we'll select all this, delete it. Next up, we want to continue with that theme of tonal variation, this time electing to go with several skin tones for the gals. I'll be using 3 colors from my WizKids Learn to Paint Flesh Tone set: Cadmium Skin, Heavy Skin Tone, and Parasite Brown. There's a total of 8 armed ladies on the base, and I'd hate to have them all looking goddamn traffic. I swear, y'all, it does not fail. It does not matter what time of day, what time of night. It can be dead quiet 3 a.m. It can be 6 in the morning, 9 a.m., 10 o'clock at night. The second you press that record tone, some jackass in his loud ass vehicle drives by. It just, it don't fly in the city. No need for it. There's a total of 8. Case in point. Case in fucking point. Goddamn. There's a total of 8 armed ladies on the base, and I'd hate to have them all looking exactly the same color. Folks come with... Alright, I can't read. I can't read. Folks come with variety in real life, so these folks will have some variety on this base. That said, we're still going to unify the color palette with the next step wherein we're going to get... Just read what's on the script. Just read what's on the script. That said, we're still going to unify the color palette with the next step wherein they're going to get a hefty soaking with flesh wash, serving to create the shadows and add a bit of unifying shade tone. Awful lot of muscle cars and trucks going by at 11 o'clock at night. That was a golden flavor. Where even was I? Okay. Serving to unify and shade. Continuing with the theme of unified color range, we'll go on to create the highlights on these models using the shame shade? Using the shame shade. I can't words, y'all. Like, that's one part that y'all definitely don't see. The 60 takes that it takes to get a single 20-second long talking head bit. Also, where is this traffic coming from? Just who is driving around at 11 o'clock at night? I don't understand it. Continuing with the theme of unified color range, we'll go on to create the highlights on these models using the same shade to bring out the lighter areas. Shame should be a wash color. Shame. What color would shame be? It's gonna be like it's the flesh wash color, but it's a little more in the red tone. It needs to. It will make your models look flushed and embarrassed when you paint it on them. Mahogany. Oh yeah. Mahogany. I don't know, that might not be red enough. Yeah, okay. Mahogany is red enough. Or I guess that's red mahogany. A red mahogany color sounds about right for shame. Shame. In this case, that same color is gonna be a drop or two of, I think it's pale flesh. I don't know why I recorded heavy skin tone there. A drop or two of pale flesh added to the original shade. Okay. Did I say lighter areas already? Bring out the lighter air. Yeah, okay. In this case, that same color is going to be a drop or two of pale flesh added to the original shade. The traffic's so loud. I don't understand it. No, I don't. It's absolutely ridiculous. There must be something going on downtown. Some kind of event. Somewhere's letting out. Oh, you know what? I bet it is. Is it? I wonder if Slim's... Nope. Slim's is permanently closed. So it's not a concert happening over there. It's just a bunch of shitheads on their motorcycles. Oh, it's driving me bonkers. And I promise, the moment I'm done with this, the very instant that I am done recording audio, it will be quiet as a graveyard out here downtown. It's insane. And like, you know, I'm originally from Tennessee. I'm from the South. I'm from the country. I understand that there are folks with loud cars and big old trucks and whatnot. Hell, when I was 16, I had a gigantic muffler on my shitty little rice burner car. But here in the city, there's absolutely no need for it, and it's absurdly illegal. Some kind of nature, some kind of soul, some kind of gigantic muffler. Howdy, howdy, call me Grishka. Welcome again to another, I don't even know what to call these anymore. The Workflow Live Session is a place where I unload my insanity into the project so it can slowly become something worth watching. Hopefully. We're going for like 35-minute, 40-minute video this time. It's a little long, but I didn't want to break the Hunchback into two parts. I thought about dropping out the Catgirl section, but I mean, come on now. It's quintessentially Canopian. It's got to stay in. Okay, so in this case, same color is going to be a drop or two pale flesh. All right. Using a brand new sharp synthetic 3.0 liner brush, we'll carefully apply this new mix boldly but sparingly, creating the illusion of... Alright, let's try again. Using a brand new sharp synthetic 3.0 liner brush, we'll carefully apply this new mix boldly but sparingly, creating the illusion of light falling onto the upper surfaces of their skin while simultaneously pushing their overall tonality and blah, 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 blah. Hunchback been getting a lot of heat recently. Yeah, yes indeed. I had hoped to have this done the day after the text video dropped, and well, the thing is, Baldur's Gate 3 is out, and it is calling my name. To the detriment of everything. To the detriment of the videos, to the detriment of painting, to the detriment of getting my assignments done. But you know, I'm a senior at San Francisco State University. But the takeaway of that is I'm a senior. This is my year to slack off. Not that I don't slack off anyways. Definitely doing some bare minimum effort in some of these classes. I was definitely in the try-hard territory up until my 4th semester at City College of San Francisco. I got a B. I got a single B in one of my Spanish courses, and it tanked my carefully cultivated GPA, and definitely hurt the amount of merit-based scholarships that were available to me. And since then, I've cared a lot less. Yeah, once you drop out of that 4.0 territory, it's like about half the opportunity's gone. Anyhow, I digress. I'm very burnt out on school. I've been going for far too long now. I took merit-based scholarships. What would you have to do to get a scholarship from the Free Worlds League? What would you'd have to impress nobility somehow. You descended from Thomas or Janice. I was on Steam looking for Baldur's Gate and saw Starfield was coming out in 2 days. Space Skyrim 1. You know, I've been seeing a whole bunch of stuff on the old Space Skyrim lately, and it does look like it's got that good old Skyrim jank. Though I can't. I picked up Baldur's Gate and Armored Core 6. It's like I don't have time for video games. It's truly a curious game. The only way to win is to not play. Yeah. Yes, indeed. I feel that way about Baldur's Gate as well. I'm like 70 hours in with Tech Noir. And it's just, it's never ending. We thought about streaming it perhaps, but, I kind of want to get out of the game, the streaming games on the channel. I'm not really it's not a gaming channel, but we might do some stuff like I was thinking of streaming some tabletop simulator games, like an Infinity Match or two, and of course the Tabletop Tuesdays. But one of the homies was not able to make it, and it's too early in the campaign to have people dropping out already. So it's been allowed to quietly die. But we'll bring it back at some point. Okay, where are we at? Original Shade. Using a brand new sharp words. You claim to dislike the Free Worlds League publicly and try for school money from the Lyrans. That is that military money. Which of the Inner Sphere factions would like be the most merit based? Which one would give you money based on your grades? Because that's about all I can offer. I've found that scholarships are kind of unfair in that I'm not a super strong essay writer. So it really limits my opportunities, and because I'm a white male, that cuts just probably 30% of the offers just right off the table. Not that I'm disparaging extended opportunities for groups who really need it, but trying to get merit-based scholarships for school when you got a single B haunting your 4.0 record is rough. Anyhow, I digress. It's been a sore subject for a while, and I've ended up with a lot of student debt because of that. I was actually thinking about this recently in terms of like how this would work between the Inner Spheres, arguably the Federated Suns. Yeah. That kind of makes sense to me. They seem like, I don't know, the most normal of factions. It's kind of interesting counterpoint to why merit-based scholarships don't tell the full story. Yeah, I think there's something to that. Feds could do pure merit-based scholarships because they'd be open almost exclusively to the aristocracy. Yeah, I mean, at its core, that's BattleTech in a nutshell, right? It's just like nepotism forever, and they know who would get them. It's preordained. The son of this guy, the daughter of this feller. The issue is if they open these scholarships to their commoners. I mean, they probably do. I have to wonder. I'm sure there's some extended lore out there somewhere. Using a brand new sharp synthetic 3.0 liner brush, we'll carefully apply this new mix boldly but sparingly, creating the illusion of light falling upon the upper surfaces of their skin while simultaneously pushing their overall tonality into similitude. Bam! Fucking ridiculous. It'd be heavily weighted to the people who would have been tutored for most of their life for university, and most importantly, to be part of the federal system to the Avalon Institute of Military Science. Oh. Avalon. What's it called? Avalon Institute of Military Science. Institute of Military Science. Unit color compendium. Pretty sure. Do they not have their own scheme? Camo specs. I thought they had their own color scheme. I did a training lance, but it wasn't the Avalon Institute. Export MP3. Cat Girls 3. Merit based is kind of a trap. On the other hand, the Draconis Combine probably has the least equal scholarship programs, but I would argue that they have the most subsidized education. I wonder how a warrior culture would approach that. There'd definitely be some kind of military service requirements. I wonder if there'd be a my brain just shut down. I wonder if there'd be rank involved in achieving that. Okay, I have plenty of space here. I probably have the highest rate of literacy in base arithmetic. Yeah, I agree. Draconis or Space Russia? No, there's Space Japan, right? Or am I just stereotyping them? Because they're a charismatic, totalitarian state who did not have an established aristocracy until Shiro Kurita established the imperial deal. Okay. There's Space Japan and Space... Okay. I see. Okay, I need to expound upon... Flesh Wash for, like, how long? 2 minutes and 7 seconds to... Whoa, I need to expound upon the Flesh Wash for like a full minute. What can I say here? Okay. Let's see what line that's going to need. We're still... With the next step, we're in there going to get hefty soaking with Flesh Wash. Unifying shade tone. Unifying shade tone. Unifying shade tone. Unifying... There we go. Pat, 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 pat. Let's put a line in. Alright. What can I say to bloviate for a full minute on shade tone? I already said they're going to get a hefty soaking. This thorough saturation will go... School will be straight to the military, graduate into service. Maybe. There's a... I wonder how many failed students would be forced to go through, what's it called, seppuku? Okay. Soviet Russia famously had more medical students per capita than any place in the West. Interesting. This thorough saturation with this, I said this twice. With a thorough saturation of this blush color, these gals will instantly have some life brought to the pallid and flat base tones I've chosen for the skin. This is live. Hello, Dan Does. Welcome. Tonight we are. This is an impromptu and manic session of video editing live. The Workflow live stream is a place where people can put their input into what's going on in the channel. And tonight we're talking about saturating cat girls with ruddy flesh washes. It's the video's quite late. I should have had it out, what, 2 weeks ago? How long has the Text Talk Battletech been out? Text Talks Battletech. Text Talks Battletech. Hunchback came out 2 weeks ago. The original intention was to drop this the day after. And, I mean, realistically, it was, Baldur's Gate 3 has been in the way. That's what I'm blaming. That and my, I'm sorry, that motorcycle just zapped the words right out of my noggin there. Yeah, but currently I've got this intro segment made up. I'm currently working on the paint up of the cat girls. We're doing the voiceover. Still got to fill another 2.5 minutes. There's a base coating scene. I've still got to edit down how much is left. I was talking about this earlier. We got to do, there's a whole section of this freehanding. And then there's some chipping and the basing. It's insane. This project has gotten out of hand. It's another 52 clips, or I guess this is a picture, not a clip. So 51 more clips to go through. It was a total of, how big was it? 202 gigabytes of footage. It's unfair how pretty the Canopian symbol is. Such a good color scheme. Oh, I can't imagine trying to paint that in a smaller scale. This thing is just stupidly big. And it was really liberating to get to paint some freehand that size. Even the numberation, which of course was 69. Got to get as perverted as possible when talking about cat girls piloting mechs. Even my well, they stomp. Hey, I can get rid of that clip. We don't need that one no more. That's one less. That needs to go to Armored Core. Paste. Aha! Delete instead. 50 now, not 51. Okay, so where were we? Oh yes, I need to waffle on about flesh tone, flesh wash for like a full minute of airtime here. So I'm actually knitting a new dice bag right now, and I went for the Free World Guard colors. I'm not familiar with those. Free World Guard Battletech. Free World Guards. long considered the premier units of the FWLM, the Free World's Guards, jealously guarded their reputation following creation of Knights of the Inner Sphere. Oh, I've literally just woken up. Yeah, there's a heck of a time difference. It is 11:15 p.m. here on the west coast of the U.S. Too much energy here for me. Oh yes, this is a manic stream. Thank you for popping by, Dan. And folks in the chat, if you ain't seen Mr. Dan Does his channel, I highly recommend going over there and checking out. He just released a fabulous video preparing a naturific tonk for the game Tonks. Big recommend. Oh, Dan says he's not going. Well, we are doing stuff here. It's definitely, you've caught me in the throes of mania here, without a doubt. But yes, I do stand by that. If y'all ain't seen the new video out by Dan Does, head on over to that channel and give it a like. You will love it. It is good stuff. Where was I? Oh, the Free World's Guards. I wanted to see the colors. I've seen these mechs before. That is loud. That is a very loud color scheme. Oh, look at that symbol. Yeah, that could be fun. Man, what purple would achieve that color? I'll have to look for it. Okay, so we've got a thorough saturation of the blush color. These gals will instantly have some light brought to the palette, and flat base tones I've chosen for their skin. Their skin. Oh, there's the T right there. Thorough saturation of blush color. These gals will instantly have some light brought to the palette. In effect, the base coats serve as the mid-tone rather than the shadow color. Which is instead established via a few drops of liquid talent. My recipe for Merrick Purple is just the Merrick Purple from the Battletech paint set with a couple drops of contrast medium in there. And just put that over cool white. I haven't actually tried out that set. So I picked up the Battletech paint set and I want to use it for... I've got 5 catapult sculpts. And I want to paint them all in the 5 major houses on like a mini series called the 5 Generations of the Catapult. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Pretty sure it's just the 1.0 speed paint colors. Yeah, I really like the yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like the 1.0 speed paint better. People complain about the reactivation, but I think it's more a boon than a problem. And if you hit them over top with a nice varnish coat, it's not an issue at all. I've been using them for to paint over metallics lately, and it's worked really well. They never in all caps had an issue with it. Yeah. I kind of like that they reactivate because you can blend colors together. I use the reactivation great for technique. Yeah, exactly. It's a honestly they should have them both options available for purchase. I don't know. I think I just paint mega slow because I've never had any colors run. Well, you know, sometimes slowing down is the way to go. Heck, the only exception to that I can imagine is if you're doing commission work or trying to get something on a deadline. A few drops of liquid talent, in this case, which established a few drops of liquid tile. In this case, darkening the recesses as well as adding the illusion of blood running beneath the skin. You gotta go slow to go fast is literally my motto, unless you're in a locust. But that was mistake number one, wasn't it? I'm going now. Just want to say thanks for your constant support, buddy. Really do appreciate it. Yes, I am big fan, unabashedly. Yes, your work is fantastic, and I really feel like the last few pieces you put out have really hit their stride. And I'm speaking from like a video art direction more so than content creation. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Wish you all the success in the world, good sir. In effect, base coat service mid-tone rather than shadow color, which is darkening recesses as well as adding the illusion of blood running beneath the skin. This, God, I gotta fill a minute talking about this flesh color, and I just like, how many words does that take to fill? Blood beneath the skin. There's a joke in there somewhere. With these gals looking mighty flushed, they evoke hot action on the battlefield, while also selling the idea of a cohesive unit. Cohesive force, unified via close. Unified by similarities in both skin tones and uniform color. That's laying it on it a bit thick, my guy. Maybe something about how you don't usually get the opportunity to paint skin in Battletech. Like, yeah, well, I mean, laying it on thick here is the intention. This is intended for those who enjoy the debauchery. I intend to get a little creepy with it. I'll try to record that thing today. I've had a massive cold, so I haven't been up to doing. Oh man, I hate to hear that you're dealing with a cold. This is a bad time of year to be cold. No pressure there, Dan. Get to me when you can. I ain't sweating it. That's fair. Yeah, it's. Look, I know who the audience that this is intended for, and it's the same audience that I'm trying to maybe psych up and sell the Titania video to. Have fun tools. Take it easy, Dan. Thank you much for stopping by. They evoke hot. Yeah, you might be right. Evoke hot action on the battlefield. How about they evoke sweaty action? That's somehow better, but also much worse. Okay. Let's see how long that is. Oh, we got a post. It is indeed. Indeed Aspire. Man, that's fun. That's fun looking. What is this clay you're working with there, Nate? Is this plastilina and cosplay? that texture is awesome. And I gotta try my hand at some larger scale sculpting. That'll be fun. Milliput maybe. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I've ever used Milliput. My brother swears by it, but I'm more of a green stuff guy. Everyone should sculpt. I got kind of into sculpting, doing the bases on, the bases on some of my Battletech minis. I sculpt with green stuff. And then I started going wild with some conversions. I gotta be careful with this folder. There's some inappropriate photographs in here. Well, I mean, they're drawings, but I don't know if they're okay on YouTube. Did a lot of figure drawing stuff. Okay, yeah, there we go. So I sculpt these like rocky outcroppings with grass. Kind of a go-to for my sculpting. And then I got real into adding little tiny vehicles to the bases. Here's another example of a sculpted base. I hid some pieces of lead on that base and then sculpted this whole dealie around it. And if I could find these pictures, I know where I could find them. I know exactly where I can find them. 12. Wait, it's 15th. 15th, Arc, Turin, Guards. There we go. Yeah, here's my Reddit post about it. So, whenever I have leftover green stuff, I take the little lumps of it and I sculpt them into 6mm scale cars, and it was a ton of fun. These are the really bad sculpts out of the 2007 Catalyst Games starter set. They're really, it's like the manufacturer shaved some millimeters or microns off of the sculpts. So they're all a little too thin, and they're really bad toy plastic. Call me Grishka, don't worry about Nightbot. They're just going to give you an admonishment. So they, I cut these models into a ton of pieces and reposed them, and had to use a bunch of green stuff to correct them. But this was my first set, my first Lance of Battletech stuff, when I decided to go 15th Arcturans. Did some hefty reposing, and I still occasionally get this set out. It's got a Whitworth, a Vindicator, a Grasshopper, and a Banshee, and they're all named characters, or the pilots have names. And I unabashedly take the BNC-3E Banshee, which people will sleep on. They're like, oh, it's garbage. It's AC-5, PPC, and small laser. So not a lot of firepower for its size, but man, it moves 4.6. It charges in there. It throws punches. It takes heads off. I usually pilot it with a 4.3 instead of a 3.4 pilot. So gunnery 4, piloting 3, so I actually land my punches. And you hit them with both hands every turn in combat, or you're throwing a 16 damage kick. It's good stuff. And even though it's a little undergunned for its size, well, very undergunned for its size, its weapons are on the torso and head. So even if you like get your arms blown off, they're still working. Oh man, okay. Cosplay and Crafters Collective Polymer Clay. Sorry, I didn't acknowledge it. I got on a tangent there. Generic Hobby Lobby Oven Clay. hate Hobby Lobby, but they have some wonderful pin vise kits and don't have a lot of cameras and helps at RFID stuff or so. So you love Hobby Lobby, yes. Doesn't hold them in neat detail, but I find it excellent for bulk. That's awesome. You could also do, you could bulk it out with some aluminum foil underneath and save your clay as well. As long as you you crunch down the foil real tight. This way, let's see. With these gals looking mighty flesh, they evoke sweaty actual battlefield while selling the idea of cohesive force unified by similarities but skin tones of uniform color. This way, though, they are clearly of ugh, it's fucking late out here in the mountains. I should head out. Yeah, it's pretty late here too. Thanks for stopping by. Call me Grishka. The chats are always appreciated. Thanks for stopping by. And this hopefully this video will be out Sunday. If not Sunday, Monday morning. Soon. Got to get it out. Got to get another video going right behind it. I've got the footage for the Octavia Grimm's daughter video coming up. Okay. This way, though, let me just record these paragraphs and see. Okay. I need to find where it says unifying shade tone. A little bit before that. I think it's right here. Right here. That said, yeah, okay. So we want... This is continuing with the theme. Okay, so we want all of this all the way to the end. We're gonna select it all and cut, and then we're gonna delete that, and we're gonna with a thorough saturation of this blush color, these gals will instantly have some life brought into the palette and flat base tones that I've chosen for their skin. And then we get rid of the click sound. In effect, the base coats serve as the mid-tone rather than the shadow color, which is instead established via a few drops of liquid talent. In this case, darkening the recesses as well as adding the illusion of blood running beneath the skin. I didn't check the time before I did this. And with these gals looking mighty flushed, they evoke sweaty action on the battlefield while also selling the idea of a cohesive force unified via similarities in both skin tones and uniform color. I guess I could check it here. Where, oops, audio 1 number 5. Okay, so that goes from 39 seconds to 1 minute 15. And another date, yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot on to Sleepland as well. This is the weekend. I work Saturday morning. Well, once again, thank you so much for stopping by. Again, chatting with y'all is the highlight of these events. I may call it myself as we get closer to midnight here. We're approaching 2 hours. So yeah, it's always a pleasure. Super cool to chat with you, and we'll have the content out real soon. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, what is left here? I should probably put in another 15 seconds. Should probably put in another 15 seconds. How long is this whole deal? We're sitting at 1 minute 46 seconds. So where would 1 minute 46 put us? That'd be 3:18. 3:18. Where is 3:18? 18. I still need to fill out another 20 seconds. Let's export it and see what it looks like. I can do that at least. Let's close this. Let's pull this back up. Let's file. We'll export as MP3. We'll go to Catgirls 3 and save. Yes, replace. Excuse me. Bazow. Let's get rid of that one. Effects. No. Project panel. Let's dump this in here. Alright. And this should also get the hard limiter. Paste in. Tonal variation. Electing to go with skin tones. 3 colors from the Whiz Kids Learn to Paint. Eight armed ladies. Don't want them looking the same. Folks come with variety. Yep. We're going to unify the color palette. Flesh wash. Okay. Good timing on that. Serves to create shadows. Unify shade tone. Thorough saturation of blush tone. Yep. Few drops of liquid talent. Yeah, illusion of blood. Sweaty action, selling the idea of cohesive force, okay? Okay. So I need to fill 248 to 303. I need to fill 15 seconds. I think I can do that. 15 seconds is probably another fat paragraph right here. I always find it super remarkable how much change can be achieved with a simple wash over your base coat. In this case, it's not only creating the illusion of what is a word that ends in Y that would talk about being alive? Something along the lines of vibrancy. Synonyms for vibrancy. Vivacity. That's cool. Vivacity. Not only creating the illusion of vivacity, but also pulling the overall tone of these models into that of a, I've already said cohesive force, unified paint scheme. That good enough. All right, so let's pop that in right after unified via similarities in both skin tones and uniform color. Okay, we need to find that. It's gonna be Unified color range. Continuing with the theme of... Okay, it's right there. Let me get rid of that. Oh my god, why can't I? I want to select that part right there. Can I zoom in real close? Will that help it? How do I zoom in, y'all? How do I zoom in? There we go. Okay. We're going to take this all the way to the end. And we're going to snag... Oh, I maybe shouldn't have zoomed out. Or zoomed in. Same thing. Out, in, whatever. It's directions. Alright, we're going to cut that out. We're going to zoom back out. We're going to jump to the end of this. And we're going to say... I always find it super remarkable how much change can be achieved with a simple wash over your base coat. In this case, it's not only creating the illusion of vivacity, but also pulling the overall tone of these models into that of a unified paint scheme. Now, how long was that? That segment starts at about 1:15.5 and it goes to 1:31. I think that was perfectly 15 seconds, just about. And we're going to export it one more time. It's Catgirls 3. Yes, replace, minimize, delete this. Project Big Ass Hunchback. Drop this here. We're going to put back in the hard limiter off the other one. So we go into the effect controls, we select hard limiter, we copy it, we click here, we right click, we paste, and that'll keep the peaks low so that like the volume level is nice and acceptable on YouTube. Oh damn, it's so close. Just look, 5 seconds off. Okay, tonal variation. I've already heard all this. That works. Let's go here. They're going to get a hefty soaking with flesh wash. Serving to create shadows, add unified. Yep. Blush color. Have some life brought in. Yeah, okay. Talking about midtones. Darkens the recess, adds the illusion of blood. Yep. Sweaty action on the battlefield. Sells the idea of cohesive force. Alright. This is the line that got added. Simple wash, base coat. Illusion of vivacity. Ah, big brain words. Okay. Drop or two pale flesh. Yep. Brand new. Yep. It's working. Christ, it's a lot of work to get 3 minutes worth of voiceover. Overall tonality into similitude. Okay. I think that's actually a good spot to end that voiceover bit, because it's only like another 5 1/4 seconds to the next segment. So from here I only need to fill 3:33 to 5:13. So what's that, 1:40 seconds? And I need to talk about stuff. But actually, where are we sitting at? It's 11:44 at night. I need to stretch my legs at least. But I'm kind of thinking that 2 hours, 10 minutes, that's a fine stopping point for me. I could go for another 20 minutes on here, but I think my momentum is mostly spent. I've worked through my mania by chatting with you fine folks. If you have found this stream via the algorithm and have sat through and you enjoy what you're seeing, please let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if there's something you'd love to add, if you have some ideas about the voice lines, etc. That's what these workflow live streams are all about. They're about bringing people into the creative process and turning Country Fried Mini videos into community efforts more than anything. Furthermore, if you want to get more involved on an asynchronous fashion with the community, make sure to check out our Discord. Love to have you over there. We chat Battletech, we chat Infinity, and other tabletop games. There's some hobby corner stuff, talking about contests on the channel. We have a contest coming up for painting an Infinity model. So we'd definitely love to have you over there. So there's a Discord link in the chat. Yeah, check it out. We have a contest coming up at the end of September. Folks you gotta paint. Here, I'll bring up the website, the Bromad Academy. So the contest is being run by Bromad Academy, where you paint up a peripheral model for Infinity the game. They're real small. They're like, you know, about an inch tall. They're the smallest units that can be available. We've still got 3 weeks to paint them up. Submit them on over. Part of the contest is to enter into this contest, but also post your models into the Discord, where our community will vote on who has the best, and we'll give away a 2-player starter set of Operation Black Wind to who we think's the best. So come on over, check it out. That is linked in the chat. Whether you're here now or finding this via the algorithm, the offer still stands. So I want to thank y'all for joining me here at Country Fried Minis once again. The workflow live streams are a place where you know, folks can give their input and see what's going on behind the curtain. It's not really, I wouldn't call this content so much as faffing about, but it is what's going on, and it's the work that's being put in, so might as well turn it into a stream. Or at least that's my logic. In any case, I want y'all to remember to be happy while you're painting. And I want to thank y'all once again for joining us today. This has been a lot of fun. It's been productive. It's been manic. It's been fun. Keep your eye out for more crap like this. And we'll definitely be doing the hobby hangout stuff. So there's another stream coming up this coming Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. PST. We're going to be painting up this here Urban Mech Lance. It'll be fun. It's for a client, so got to get it done. I'll also be recording it and turning it into some content, into a video. In any case, I've been Cameron on behalf of Country Fried Minis. Tonight, working at my workstation instead of the bullshit corner. I want to thank y'all for your interest and hope you come back to see some more crap out of the corner soon. Anyhow, I hope you have a fantastic night. It's almost midnight here, and I'm going to call it curtains. Take it easy, y'all. See you around next time.